Hello, friends, and our boys playing with Lego Star Wars again. It's still happening. We're we're at the best episode at this point in time. Oh man, tell you what, ever since we made it to episode 60, I've been waiting for this. Like once it became clear that we were gonna have this many episodes, I was like, yes, it's time. It's gonna happen, and here we are. Here we are. It's a good day. It's a good day. I'm a child. Um, Alright, so let's see here. Okay, where are we on our map here? Or we're just collecting up stuff. I'm using this time as like the, oh yeah, we're just collecting things, and I'm just like chatting out loud, talking out loud like it's just, this is my, it's more of a like a vlog or something. Like a video journal where I just share all of my deepest thoughts and all of my all of everything that I have to talk about. So that's valuable to no one. Oh boy. Alrighty. Just gonna let myself kind of sit here and fall into the rhythm here. I'm not perfectly sure how much longer it's gonna take me to get through this. Like, I feel like I'm kind of getting more into the rhythm. It's all good, friend. I saw that weird shiny thing earlier, but I won't get in your way if you want to grab it. Cool, thanks. That was worth saying. I'm glad we spoke on that matter. But yeah, like I don't. Okay. But we're gonna have to set something on that. Maybe like a box. Okay, no. Release it. Release it. There we go. Okay, so that one's being pressed. Now I think we should be able to get just like us characters up here. Like you stand there. And then, no, it's cool. You don't have to, stay tethered. You can just kind of sit there randomly and do nothing. On. My throat's feeling like super torn up and sore today. Not because of allergies or anything, though it is the season for that. I guess maybe you could argue it's kind of an allergies thing. I I was out for a run yesterday, and around this part, around my neck of the woods, around my part of the world, we've got those like cottonwood trees that this time of year just like it looks like it's snowing outside because there's so much of the little cottony seeds flying everywhere. So we got that situation going on here, and it is a very out of this world thing just how much is around. And I was out for a run yesterday. Are you gonna stay? Okay, he is gonna stay put, because I know sometimes they like start moving when we're doing this stuff. Like they'll start running, and it's like that's not actually what I want to have happen. But yeah, so I was out running, and I was just going, and I absolutely inhaled at least one. Like, we can be like hyperbolic about it and be all like, oh, I swallowed like 17 pounds. Realistically, it was like just once I actually full blown, whoops. He kind of got in the way of me seeing what I was doing there. Gosh dang it. Wobihan, get on the box and stay on it. There we go. But yeah, like I had a good like inhale of one of those things, and that cottony thing stayed stuck in my esophagus. Not my esophagus, my trachea, I swear. It stayed there for a good 10 minutes of me just like hacking, trying to like continue surviving mid-run, like just doing everything I could to not die and be deceased. And it's just it was horrible, and I was hacking up a lung, and now today my voice still feels like it's just absolutely been through the ringer. So I don't know if I sound like I'm a mess right now, but I sure feel like it. Okay, so there's nothing else for the puzzles. And okay, so it's just these things that we haven't found the rumors for yet. Like, I see... Like, if I look... Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, if you look on the map, it looked like there were maybe a couple of them still there. So we'll go talk to... It looks like one of them, at least. Maybe you've got something for me. Who are you? What do you have? Groomgar is always planning a hunt. He usually hunts solo. But I heard he needs a partner for his next hunt. Must be a big creature. Okay. I don't know that's all that helpful to me. So, okay, so the grayed out ones are ones that we've already talked about. So I don't... Right? Like, I think that's what that means. Like, we've already captured that one. So I don't know that there's more for us to do right now. So I'm going to have us zoom out. We got Takodana. We just did, and we finished, we've done Jakku. So I feel like, yeah, so I feel like we're just looking, and the easiest way for me to, like, judge is just the percentage done of the whole overall area. I think we're good if we're at 95%. So we'll go to, like, the 0. That one's got 35, because we did do some stuff on Mustafa. And then we got those ones, these ones. Yeah, so we still got a lot of stuff to do over there. So let's go to Hoth. I kind of feel like doing Snow Planet stuff. It used to be my favorite when I was a kid. Episode 5 was always my favorite as a kid, and it was because I always thought the snow battle was the coolest thing in the world. When they were like tripping up the AT-ATs or the AT-ATs, however you choose to pronounce it. I don't know that there is necessarily a correct or incorrect way, because that's what abbreviations are, right? They're just us finding quicker ways to say the same thing. What is this? Oh, do I gotta break him? Whoa, he's moving. I mean, we can keep up with him. We can keep up and shoot this guy. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do here. Whoops. Where'd he go? There he is. I mean, I guess if I'm still hitting him, there's no reason for me to, like, really give chase here. There we go. Destroy golden ships found across the galaxy. Oh, okay. I guess that's what we're doing. Don't know to what end, but we're doing it. I want this. I want you. I want you so bad. Whoops. About to get myself blown up here. Sorry, I kind of broke into Beatles there for a second. I've been listening to the Beatles discography lately. I love listening to, like, bands' entire discographies. It's easily my favorite way to listen to music, to like find a band and then start from the beginning of their discography and go all the way through it. I find... Yeah, no, I want to talk to you. Alright, what do you got for me? Ninoob. Someone finally answers my distress signal. Been out here a while. I was smuggling some folk to Yavin 4 after the Empire took over their homes, but ran into engine trouble. The engine's nothing I can't fix, but these folks are toast. If the Empire attacks us here, gonna need you to take them the rest of the way, and quick-like. Think you can do that? I guess I'll do everyone's chores for them. Alright, everyone, I'll change. Remember, make a beeline for Yavin 4 as quick as you can, and try not to get blown up by the Empire on the way. That would be bad. A run for Nunb. Alright, yeah, we got it. Can I do it? Yeah. Crack it. Where am I supposed to go right now? No, stop it. So wait, we're supposed to go to Yavin, right? Like, do we just go, or? Wait, I'm confused. What does this want me to do? We allegedly... Yeah, I'm fine with having left that. I wanted to track the thing. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, so wait, do we not go to Yavin? Yeah. Alright, we got it. But yeah, I'm always a huge fan of listening to artists' entire discographies through bonus points if, you know, you can find their singles and be listening to those too. Although singles are an interesting thing because some bands just use singles to, you know, increase hype about whatever their next album is, because they'll just release songs from the next album early. And so it's like sometimes singles aren't actually like really worth your time. I shouldn't say that. That's a kind of a harsh way to put it. But they're not any different than what you're gonna get on the album sometimes. But then other times bands will use singles as ways to release songs that didn't really fit on whatever their like latest album was or whatever project they were working on. So sometimes it's like really part of the journey to listen to their singles. Or in the case like the Beatles, right? Like I just mentioned, I was listening to their discography recently. I mean, they kind of got started in a time when singles were kind of the main way that they released music. Like, there were albums. They would have their, you know, their LPs and stuff. They'd have EPs and LPs. But, like, in a lot of ways, just releasing a single or two every, you know, every few months was kind of the way things were done for a lot of bands back in those days, because that was just where the technology was. That was the easiest way to distribute in a timely fashion, is you'd sell the little, you know, the smaller records. I'm blanking on the sizes, right? Because it would always be like an 8-inch or whatever. But yeah, they would do those, and so it's like for them in a lot of ways, singles are a huge part of the story. But one way or another, I find it incredibly interesting to listen to bands' entire discographies all the way through. Whoa, okay, we're just right in the middle of it there. All right. But yeah, so I've been, I love listening to that, because there's this phenomena that happens, and I've been guilty of it. I'm sure pretty much everyone has been guilty of it, right? And it's this tendency that we all have, like, from album to album, you know, of, especially if it's a band that we really like, right? If there's any, like, we're all guilty of having that moment where we're like, I like their old stuff better, right? Like, we all have that impulse in a lot of ways, to listen to new stuff, and, you know, maybe have that initial reaction of kind of balking at it and being like, oh, I wanted more of their old stuff, right? I wanted that last album but longer, is kind of the attitude that we'll take. But what I find is, if you recontextualize that and listen to a band from beginning to end, whatever the discography, and when I say beginning to end, it doesn't necessarily, like, you know, it doesn't mean when the band breaks up. It works for a band that's currently active too. But listening to their whole discography from beginning to end can really kind of offer maybe a lot of insight or context for all the different sounds that you might hear over the lifespan of a band, especially if it's a band that, you know, lasts for a decade or more. Whoa, hi there. Okay. You know, you can really hear the evolution, and it really adds, like, to me, it changes things from being like, oh, their sound is different. You know, if I'm going out of my way to listen to bands in that way, it stops it from being like, oh, I was hoping this album would sound more like that album. And it turns a lot more into, oh, it's really interesting to see how they've grown musically, like the ways they've changed, and evolved their music style. And it's, you know, I mentioned that I'm listening to the Beatles that way, and I feel like that's one of the coolest things about the Beatles for me, is there is such a dramatic change from, like, you know, the days of their first LPs when they were just, you know, teenagers playing in London bars, right, to becoming the Beatlemania Sgt. Pepper megastars they eventually became. Like, hearing the progression, there's so much change from one album to the next for them, and I think what makes it as interesting as it is for them too, what really adds to that, is the fact that happened over a relatively short period of time when it comes to, like, the amount of change that we see. Okay, wait, hold on. Like, when do we check off the thing here? Are we done with this mission? Defeat. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm assuming it's these guys up here, maybe, or yeah, it must be it because it's the Empire ships. Or maybe we got to get all of them. I don't know, man. Either way, I guess let's just kind of come in here and take care of business here. But what's really fascinating about the Beatles with that is that they accomplished so much change and so much growth musically in a relatively short period of time for the amount of change they underwent. You know, because they were a band for roughly a decade. Depending on what, you know, who we consider to be the Beatles, right? Because they originally had different drummers. Kitty, this isn't helpful, honey. Right now, you're kind of in the way. All right, there we go. Kitty wanted to be on my lap, she decided. You know, as they do, just kind of out of nowhere. I know, Kitty, you're a sweetheart. Even if you're kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. Okay, my goodness gracious, these things are really just charging me. But yeah, the Beatles were a single collective group for, you know, roughly a decade. A little more, a little less, depending on exactly what you consider, you know, oh, we're the Beatles, and like, you know, any of the collaborations that the Beatles collectively, you know, did with one another after the breakup of the band. It's like, do we consider that Beatles type stuff? Right? I don't think most people would consider that, but you understand my point, where it's like, you know, there's sort of this tendency to, or this sort of nebulous nature about the Beatles of, you know, when did they start, when did they not? And a lot of that is also based on the fact that they were, well, I just did defeat a whole bunch of them in Yavin Space. Oh, we got to go over to this specific one over here, huh? Okay. Got it. That's aggravating, but that's fine. I'll get over here and just take care of it. Alright. Yeah, okay, we got to get these ones specifically. But yeah, the amount of change that they underwent in a relatively short period of time, like, to me, and maybe this really is just a me thing, but when I think about the Beatles, you know, and all that they accomplished in their musical careers, I think about them as having been a band for, like, decades plural, right? Just because when you think about the musical stylings that they span through their discography, the amount of change they undergo. I mean, think about just the difference between, you know, Hard Day's Night versus, you know, like Strawberry Fields or something like that. It's such a wide range of musical stylings that they covered. I know, Kitty. My goodness, you're very demanding of attention right now. I know, sweet girl. Sorry, my cat is just all over the place. Not all over the place. It's all kind of the opposite. She's all over me right now. It's all like, I love you and I need attention right now, or else I might die. You know, as pets in general, really. It's not just cats. Pets in general are that way. Talk to him. Gosh dang it. Stop flying away from me, you psycho. Let me talk to you. So you got here in one piece. Good job. Turned out that engine work was a quick fix once I was able to work in peace. Of those survivors chewing my ear off. I know. That's harsh. They've been through a lot. We'd better hurry and get them settled on the planet. Thanks for the help. Yeah, you're welcome, friendo. Okay, now... I mean, okay, like, we're just right here. I want to go ahead and grab this since we're here. I want to go back to Hoth, but... Come on. Come on, please let me catch up to this thing. Alright. Now let's break it up. Let's shoot the crap out of it, hey? There we go. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, now let's go back to Hoth. So yeah, I don't know. At any rate, I'm rambling on and on about you know, music here, but it's so interesting to me to listen to how, and I feel like it's actually true for artists in general. Like I love reading, you know, an author's entire, you know, literary works from beginning to end to see how they grow and develop and change as a writer. You know, I love watching a director's filmography or an actor or an actress's filmography from beginning to end, right? Because there's, to me, any sort of art being created. Oops, no, I did that wrong. Shoot, I have to like fly away from it and then fly back to get it to activate now. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, start. There we go. But seeing how any sort of artist will grow and change over the years is just, it's one of the most interesting things about art to me. It's part of what makes art so fascinating, is to see how someone who creates things, where am I even supposed to go? Where do, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I find where I'm supposed to? Good Lord. They really went ahead and spread these things out, and they are not giving me much in the way of, you know, assistance finding these things. How many are there? Okay. I'm just gonna, like, go through this just so we can just figure out how many there are right now. I don't know if my color blindness is what's getting to me right now, but I can't hardly find these things. Like, trying to track them and pick them up in space here. Like, I can't see where anything is. Oh, there we go. There's our... I found the marker. Good Lord. Okay, so there's 10 of them. Yeah, retry. Alright. Okay, so... Whoops, I kind of went the... I went a poor direction with that, didn't I? It's okay. Grab this one. Grab this one. Let's grab these ones because we're kind of close to them right now. Grab that one. Oops, oops, oops. Ah, shoot. There's no way I'm going to do it this time. They're so far away from each other. How am I even supposed to begin fathoming how I'm supposed to do this? This is... Oh my gosh, this is so far outside of my comprehension right now. Okay. Alright, that's okay. Actually, we did do a lot better that time. We're close. We're within grasping range. Whoops, why is my computer freezing? Am I still recording? Seems like I'm recording. Did the game crash? No, my computer's just spazzing out right now. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, we're back in it. My computer's just losing its mind right now. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we're going. Okay. Good, we're going, and luckily, it didn't point me in the direction of any of the things I'm supposed to grab. So, you know, that wouldn't have been excellent, right? If they had pointed me at even anything close to what I was supposed to be aimed at. Everything is just kind of freaking out on me right now, man. Grab that one, and then we've got this one here. Grab that one, and then we can grab these ones here. 6, 7, 8. And where are those other ones? Where are those other ones? Please give me a marker on the screen. Okay, there we go. No, we're not going to quite do it this time. We're even closer than last time. Okay. Alright, we'll get it. We'll get it. We're going to get it. Okay. Alright, alright. We got a good start on this one, too. Oh! Alright. Things are just very, very far apart here. And I'm not super into it, but it's fine. Where's the... Okay, I'm gonna try and just, like, stick with the speed that I've got here. And just try to bounce, because they're so far apart that I think the slowing down and starting back up again is what screws me over in a lot of situations here. Except now they're just not anywhere visible to me. And this... What? Okay, well, where even are these things? Good Lord, man. Like, are these them? As I know there's a couple of them that, like, are in the stuff. Okay, so we got one there. Oh my gosh, this thing... This mission is insane! And, it's really not giving me any assistance at all, is it? Like, it's not... throwing up the markers on where to find them at all. They're gone. I can't see anything. I don't know if my color blindness, because I know they're like a green color. I don't know if that's messing with me, so I can't find them. I don't know what's going on. Well, I'm just gonna, like, how am I supposed to find these things? Yeah, I want to try again. I want to get this. But it's like, what sort of weird insanity is this? That I can't find these doggone things. Okay, grab that one. And now we got to, like, turn around and do a 180. All right, we got one right here. We got one right there. One right here. And here. And now I know, there we go, there's one right there. We'll grab that one. Okay, we've only got 4 more. Okay, here we go. Let's grab this one while I've got eyes on it. You can grab that one. You can grab this one. And then there's 2 more. There we go, there we go. Grab that one. Come on, get there. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. All right. Oh, we got Newt Gunray. Good. We were clamoring for him. I was just sitting here thinking like, man, oh man, isn't it gonna be great when I get to beat Newt Gunray? Right? Like, boy, oh boy, am I glad we went through all that to find him. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting a little salty here. All right, let's go to Echo Base. Let's head there. Yeah, we'll just travel there. I'm assuming it'll keep giving me all of the coins it owes me. So anyway, you got a good fun little glimpse of my desktop there with Steam open, and then seeing how I do apparently I think it probably got recorded. Like where the source of my backgrounds are, which are really actually meant to be streaming assets, and I just overlay the video over top of it to get the look of a border rather than there actually being a border. But I mean, it's fine. It's not like I'm trying to like hide how I do it or anything. Oh, holy maze, Batman. All right, well, let's... Oh, hey. Let's see if we can just figure out how to get that one. Yeah, I don't have anything particularly complicated that I do for all of my stuff. I use... There's oh, here we go. We got Boba. Lit. Jump. Scrapple that. Oh, scrapple that. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I use streaming assets. To me that makes the most sense on how to like on how to. Okay, can we have you like look at and grapple anything other? There we go. Thank you. Like that's what makes the most sense to me in terms of how I organize and do my my recordings here. Because like streaming assets, because I guess for me it's like the logic of it is like streaming assets are kind of meant to be good to go on the fly, right? And I've made no secret of this. I don't edit my videos. Like I'm not recording footage and then editing it or anything like that. This is literally just like I hit record and then I cycle through the screens that I need. So like the intro screen is just like it's a saved screen that I or a pre-planned screen that I cycle to, and I start it off with like the image is just a solid background image with no other over or underlays, and it just does that, and then we switch scenes over, like because I'm using OBS and I'm using it as though I were streaming, only I just record instead of stream, and I just do it that way, and that's why my crap is so amateurish. If we got to hide treasure, it would be somewhere like this, right? I'm convinced there are some secret passageway hidden in the base. I spotted a wall that just doesn't sit right. Alright, well, I kind of figured that was going to be it, because everything here is just the world's biggest maze. Okay, do we... No, I want you to... Okay, I don't know... What if I'm you? Well, that doesn't do anything. Do I... Oh, I wonder if that means I'm supposed to do the thing where you just, like, bump into it. 1. Hit it! Gosh darn it. 3. Wait. Oh, there it is. There it is. Get up there! There we go. But yeah, that's how I do my recording. And so I just take assets that are meant to be... So like that one you can see it's like this it's starting. It's meant to be like a waiting screen. because where I go, it's like the owned. I'm not endorsed by them. I just use their stuff. I pay membership and stuff. Because I like the borders. I think it adds a little something. I think it jazzes it up a little bit to add the borders and stuff, and to try and make the borders and the cycle screens a little thematic based on the game. I don't know. It's just my personal taste, and me making these videos is 100% me just like entertaining myself with them. So at any rate, that's how I do it. You didn't happen to hear back from Aquamarine Squad yet, did you? Yeah, I know, goofy name, but they're a new squad and our best colors were already taken. I don't know, Aquamarine is a really good color. Like, you must not have a lot of teams if you're already cycled through the best ones that are better than Aquamarine. Well, that's fine. Hans displaying poor weapon safety. He's just pointing his gun at everybody. But I'm running around with a laser sword on, so who knows. Anyway, they went out on a mission a while ago. But they should have long been back by now. I'm starting to get worried. You think maybe you could check on them? Okay, I guess. Appreciate it. Aquamarine Squad were sent to Mos Eisley on Tatooine to recruit new people for the Alliance. They have been going door to door, and it's possible they hit trouble somewhere. I'm going to finish everything on Tatooine without ever even, like, intentionally stepping foot there. All of the missions go to Tatooine. Try asking around, see if anyone they called in on knows anything. Alright, I guess I'll go to Tatooine. So I'm going to Tatooine. Alright, yeah, let's go to Tatooine. Travel to Tatooine, why not? Go to Mos Eisley. I guess. Good lord, there's just so much stuff. All of it goes directly to Tatooine. It's weird. Really weird. But yeah, I like the way the backgrounds and stuff work or look on my videos. I think it's, I don't know, it makes me happy, and I can't say it enough that this is 100% about making me happy. I have so little interest in actually trying to be a professional YouTuber or anything like that. Like, one of those things where it's like, if I ever get to a point, excuse me, yawning. If I ever get to a point where I am making money, like, yeah, that would be awesome. I would love that. But it's never gonna be something that I'm likely to stop doing my day job for. What? There ain't no rebels here, and there never was. Okay. Oh, you're with them. Sorry, I only just signed up, and I'm super paranoid about getting caught. The guys who recruited me called around to my neighbors next. Alright. Go over here. Yeah, some rebels came around. They did their whole sales pitch. I told them I was quite happy being quietly indifferent, and they moved on. Sorry I can't do more, but meh. Wow, okay, you're the reason that tyranny can succeed, okay? Mr. I'm agnostic politically. You're looking for those rebels? Shouldn't be telling you this, but my husband's a stormtrooper, and he didn't take kindly to them coming in here. He chased them away. Apparently he ended up losing all three. I don't know exactly where. He's out back behind the house if you want to ask him. But he'll likely only tell a fellow stormtrooper. Okay, well, guess what's fun about that? Does this count as a stormtrooper? Not exactly a stormtrooper. Oh, so you're looking for the rebels that were snooping around here, huh? I had them right there, but they all gave me the slip, just trying to remember their whereabouts. I lost one by the cantina, I know that. The other just over by the Dowager Hotel, I think. And the last one near the landing dock. That was it. Here, I'll mark the areas on your map. We got guys searching for them already, but if you find them first, be sure to give them a suitable hello from me, won't you? Yeah, sure. But guess what? Psych! I'm not a stormtrooper. Haha. Got him. Don't you feel so dumb now? Oh, I bet you feel just like the dumbest guy. Just the absolute stupidest. Like, what an idiot. So dumb. Anyway, I don't remember what I was talking about before I started quoting things. Whoops. I think I killed someone. Whoops. I think I might have killed someone there. That's no, don't look too much into that. Let me guess, I'm supposed to kill you guys, huh? For the Empire, I mean for the rebels. There you go, friend. Is it over? I thought I was toast. You know, when people were telling me how great it is to be a rebel, I'm pretty sure they forgot to say how super dangerous it can be. Oh, didn't I mention I'm one of the esteemed members of the Aquamarine Squad, and I am really late to reporting. I better get going. Thanks for the rescue. No, she just misunderstood, or he or she just misunderstood. I wasn't paying close enough attention. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, and frankly, it doesn't matter. But I like to imagine that when they were like, oh, I was talking about how great it was to be a rebel. They weren't talking about, like, the organization of the Rebel Alliance. They were just talking about how great it is to be, like, really into punk music and to really stick it to the posers, you know what I mean? Like, that's what they meant when they said rebel. At any rate, I don't really remember what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, I was talking about how much of an amateur I am at, like, recording videos and stuff, because I don't know how to edit anything. I'm not really into multimedia and stuff. I just like playing games and talking about them. And, you know, and I've said it before, it kind of does genuinely turn into a bit of almost like a verbal journaling exercise for me. Just sort of sit here. There's something kind of cathartic about it. It's interesting, like, sitting and playing, what do you got? Yep, ain't nobody here but us sentient piles of scrap. Wait, you're not trying to get me. This is great. Did Zev send you to rescue me? Oscar, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to press A. I don't know. Well, we're good. We're good. We Gucci. Yeah, like doing recording and stuff like that. Like oh, I remember what I was starting to say with it. I don't know that I would ever want to try to be a professional full-time streamer or YouTuber or anything like that. The nature of the work in the world is so volatile. Like everything has to, excuse me, by necessity, be about, like, chasing crowds, and that is just so not what I'm interested in doing. Huh? Yeah, I'm with Aquamarine Squad. Who wants to know? Wait, what time is it? Is Zev still waiting on us to report in? Womp rats, I didn't mean to worry anyone. I was just taking a break after a run with the Empire. Takes out of you, you know? I'll head back to base right now. Oh yeah, you're trying to make time with that beautiful lady in the red? That I'm not quite sure what's going on with her outfit there. You fool. Report back to Zev since guys has it. That's all the missing members of Aquamarine Squad accounted for. Now we can all rest a bit easier. That is, of course, until their next mission. Alright, great. I'm so glad that we keep having to travel to and from Hoth here like this. We don't need to go to space though. We can go to Echo Base. Yeah, I don't really have any interest in trying to do this full time and, like, turning this into a job. This for me is fun and cathartic. What I had started to say is it actually, when I'm sitting here playing a game and talking out loud, it's an interesting thing where it changes the way I focus on the game. And in some ways, like, if I were trying to chase an audience, right, and try to build and grow an audience to make money for it, my commentary would have to be very specific, and it would have to be a very effort-driven thing. Like, I would really have to be putting in a lot of effort that I kind of have the freedom to not have to put in with the current capacity that I am trying to achieve with this. And there's something freeing about that, because as soon as I were to be focusing on my commentary, it would become very difficult to play the game and focus on what I'm saying. They need to get the briefing room computer fixed soon. The briefings work much better with visual aids. They hold my attention much better. I've tried explaining tactics using puppets, but it doesn't carry the same gravitas. Okay, that was weird. Whatever does it for you though, dude. But yeah, like, and it's, if I were chasing the audience, I would have to be very focused. Like, I'm not gonna say it would be scripted, but I would certainly have to be doing a lot more intentional stuff, right? Like, I would have to really be actually paying very close attention to you know, what draws an audience, what kind of commentary do people like? Do they like humor? Do they like current events? Do they like it to be really focused on the game? Whereas the way I do it, because I'm not concerned about that, I really can just sort of have a lot of freedom to just just approach it however comes naturally, which makes it a lot easier for me to be able to do this, if that makes sense. Like, it's a lot less stressful trying to make recordings if I'm not concerned about what I'm saying. But the interesting thing about it too, that makes it really fun, and why I really enjoy doing this, even though I'm not trying to make myself, you know, a famous a famous streamer or YouTuber or whatever, and why I really like doing it is it changes the way I play games. I am these days very guilty of being a very distracted gamer. Like when I'm just in my own free time playing games, I am absolutely the kind of guy that has a movie on in the background while he's playing, you know, or is working on other things simultaneously. I'm very distracted always when I'm playing games on my own. And that's not something that I consider to necessarily be a problem. I'm not like, oh man, I wish I were different when I was playing games. Like I wish I could break myself of that habit. No, it's leisure time. And so I don't mind that that's how I end up playing games. That's just me enjoying my time off, my free time, which I get precious little of it, right? And that's a lot of the reasons why I will sort of multitask and be playing a game while also watching a movie, because I want to do both. But I only have so much time in my life when I'm not doing anything. But when I change it up, right, and when I'm recording these in that free time, when I'm recording these videos in that free time, instead of okay, let's see here. Oh, we get into that. But what I am recording, instead of just playing, excuse me, playing games just in my free time for fun, when I do that, it changes my approach to gaming. And namely, what I find ends up happening is I'm much more present in whatever that game is that I'm playing. Okay, what? I'm not perfectly sure what this puzzle is trying to set up and convince me to do, you know what I mean? Oh, I see. Okay, so we've got power. Oops, no, that's not what I meant to do. So if we do that, that does thing. Okay, alright, and then I'm guessing we can move it and also get it to impact that over there. But that's fine. So wait, where does this? Oh, the purple goes through there. Ah, okay, here we go. And we can follow it down over here. So what does this do for us here? Ah, we're gonna like create a big old relay of stuff now. I get it. But yeah, I'm much more present in the game. And even when it's a game like this, where it's not like I need to sit here and spend like a whole lot of energy being super focused on things, it still ends up being a situation where, okay, so that opened that up. That's interesting. I don't know to what end. But I'm not distracted with other screens. I'm not distracted with other things. So even if I don't need to be hyper focused and fixated on, you know, the game itself, because I mean, you know, maybe the game is just like this, like Lego Star Wars is right now. It's not like this is much of a thinker, you know what I mean? Like we're still just sitting here chilling. We don't need to be hyper focused to succeed at this. But it does also kind of give me some breathing room to still sort of, as I say, be doing this sort of like, you know, personal video journaling type of exercise that this ends up turning into. So it does. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. If we do that now. Okay, so it gets that open. And we don't need to worry. Yeah, and that's why we needed to do the purple first, so we could go set that up, and we can do this. Now we can grab the thing here. And there it is. There it is. So yeah, playing games like this rather than letting letting myself always just only play while I'm distracted and doing something else. It changes how I approach games, and it's nice, right? It's a nice change of pace. Sometimes, like I say, sometimes I do want to just relax and play a Switch game and not be paying, you know, super close attention to it because I just want to have the chance to watch a movie and relax a little bit, right? Sometimes that is the case. What does that achieve for us? It doesn't do anything for us. But other times I do want to sit in and focus in on the game, and that's also why I am recording these long series like this, and why I actually even wanted to just be switching over to doing longer episodes, is because I like being able to get into this mindset while I'm playing games. It's nice. It's a nice change of pace. Like I say, it's different from what I might normally do of my own volition, and that's kind of a nice thing, right? Kind of a nice thing to change it up from time to time. Both approaches have value, so I'm glad that I'm finding space in my life to take both approaches. But oh, I just looked at the time, and it's time to call it an episode. See what I mean? Where I say I just kind of get absorbed into it, and you know, and it just ends up being a different version of sort of this experience, and it's nice. I like it. So at any rate, I guess that does mean it's time for me to say thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy that you joined me. I love and appreciate every single one of you. So, you know, I always like to try and leave with parting words. I'm not even stopping playing. I'm just kind of going right now. But parting words of advice. Man, I don't know. We didn't. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna harken back. I'm gonna harken back to where we started, right? And say, take some time you know, not everyone's into music, but if you're even a little into music, find your favorite artist and just take the time to listen to their full discography, every album from beginning to end, in order from first album to last album, and just enjoy listening to their growth and their process. It's kind of an interesting thing, eye-opening. You might hear some of their music in, you know, from a point of view that you hadn't thought of before, and that's an interesting, valuable thing. So there you go. There's some parting words of wisdom. That's my wish for you. I wish for you to enjoy some music, right? So that's good. But for now, anyway, love you. Bye.